a bunch of swatches. So I know when you are buying colors blind, it's kind of hard to get an idea of, like, from these pictures. I actually think these pictures here do a pretty good job, but I know sometimes it helps to see in the tube and kind of get like an in-person perspective from afar. Okay, so my most popular colors, probably my bestseller, I have two bestsellers right now, and it's Pink Champagne and Praline Rose. So I'm just going to start swatching a bunch on my hand, and then I'll also show it to you in the tube. This is Pink Champagne. I put a picture up of this the other day. It's like a light pinky mauve color. This is super popular. I'll show you what it looks like in the tube. This is a great starter color, everyday color. It's gonna look like you're wearing like a pigmented lip gloss, but it's not gonna be like overpowering. You're gonna get the staying power of all day with that one. So that's one of my favorites. Praline Rose is always my favorite. So this is just a darker mauve. I'll show you what it looks like compared, if you can see. So this one's the Pink Champagne. So this one definitely has a lot more brown in it, and it's darker. But this is also a really good everyday color. I'm gonna do swatches a little bit smaller. And I actually am wearing these two colors layered today. 2 coats of Praline Rose and 1 coat of Pink Champagne. And if you didn't know, that's like one of the best things about Lipsense is you can get kind of a variety of colors, and you can start layering them, and it just triples basically your collection. Okay, so that's Praline Rose. You can see it's a lot more brown than Pink Champagne, but they both kind of have a mauve-y kind of look to them. Okay, other everyday neutrals. This one is Apple Cider. So these two colors, I don't know if you can see, they're not frosty, but they do have a slight frost to them. This color right here, this Apple Cider, is going to be completely matte. These are really, really pigmented, where the Pink Champagne was more sheer. This is like really super pigmented. So that's Apple Cider right there. So it's, yeah, that's Pink Champagne. Pink Champagne, Apple Cider, so you can see it's a little bit more pink, where this one's more mauve. And like I said, this one's gonna be really opaque, where this one's a lot more sheer. I don't know if you can see that off of the camera or not. Okay, another good everyday, actually, you know what, I'm gonna go to this one. This one's First Love. First Love is gonna be close, kind of like a blend between the Apple Cider color that I just showed, because it is another one of those matte, highly pigmented, more difficult colors to apply. But it's kind of a good, like if you're looking for like a nude lip, this is gonna be the one that you want. It's matte. So like the Kylie lip kits that are really popular, these are gonna have a similar look to that. So this is First Love. So like I said, it's kind of a blend between these two, and it's matte again, just like Apple Cider. And this, sorry, I forgot to show you some of these in the tube. So this is Apple Cider. Let's see if we can get some of that glare off. And this is First Love. I'll actually show those compared. So you can see First Love's a lot more brown, where Apple Cider's more pink. Okay, another popular one is Kiss Me Katie. And this is similar to Pink Champagne, but it has a lot more coral to it. So I'll actually swatch it near. So if someone's looking for like a beachy kind of look, like a really, I don't know, beachy lip gloss kind of look, this is a good one. This one has a slight frost to it, again. I'll show you that. It's that. This is another one of those sheer colors. And like I said, it's got a little bit more coral to it. I'll show you compared to Pink Champagne. So Pink Champagne, Kiss Me Katie. Okay, if you are wanting more of a bright pink, this is Fleur de Lisa. And I'll show you this in the tube. It's very bright. But on me, it doesn't, I can still get away with this for an everyday pink, but on some people it goes a little more bubblegum. It's that one right there. So you can see it's pretty bright, but it's not overpowering. Like I said, I'll wear this one every day when I'm just hanging around the house, not doing anything. This one is Aussie Rose. You can see what this looks like in the tube. So it's kind of a brighter pink, but it's also sheer. So these ones, the colors that are sheer, the reason why that matters is because your natural lip color is going to affect the color a lot more in those cases, because if you have like super light lips, the color's gonna be a lot lighter on you. Or if you have super dark lips, the color's gonna be darker on you. Where like the opaque matte colors, it's not gonna matter as much because it's covering up your natural lip color instead of pulling from your natural lip color. Okay, so that's Aussie Rose. So it's kind of, it's not coral, but it's like kind of got a coral undertone to it, like a pink, a darker pink, bright coral. That I'll show you. This one right here that I'm tapping is Aussie Rose, and this one's Florida Lisa. So you can see this one has more red in it. If you're looking for something you can wear every day, but you can also dress up, a great color, it's these two. I would dark pink, which is this one, and roseberry, which is this one. So this is a darker color, so it's going to be a little bit more bold than most of these ones that I've shown. It's like just a dark pink, like the name says. Pretty true pink. It is more sheer. I'll show you, that's just with one layer. So you can see it's pretty sheer. But these ones are great because you can get away with wearing them every day, but then you can also wear them, like these are great for dressing up and going out. And if these are too bold for you, but you want the versatility of being able to wear them every day or going out, what I will do is I'll take like this dark pink color and I will layer it with First Love, which will tone it down a little bit, add a little bit of brown kind of to tone down the brightness of it. So that's dark pink, and I'll show you actually what it looks like with one little coat of First Love on top. I don't know if you'll be able to tell the difference, but see how that just kind of tones it down? So if you're looking for like a good 2 colors to start with, I'd pick one of these darker colors like this, and then one of these lighter colors. So you can wear the darker colors every day or for going out, and then you can wear the lighter colors as like every day. Then you can combine them to get an even better combination. So I don't know if you can see how that changed that color, but it toned it down. Okay, the other color that I like for every day or dressing up is roseberry. And I also love roseberry layered with First Love. Again, this is more of a sheer color. It's darker, it has more red than dark pink in it, but it's still kind of a pinky red. Dark pink, roseberry, so you can see the difference. Sorry, let me move my red sweater. So one's definitely a true pink, and one is kind of an in-between pinky, deep red. If you like the way, like if you got dark pink, but you, like 3 layers makes it too dark for you, and you want to just be able to wear it as one, it is a 3 layering system. I mean, you could wear it with one coat, but it's just going to wear down a lot faster. So there's a couple of layering options. This is Cappuccino. You can kind of see in this. It's kind of a brown. This is a very sheer color. So this is not going to be like a fantastic standalone color because it really is just going to look like you're wearing gloss. Okay, show that. It's right there. So it's not going to give you a ton of color payoff on its own, but it will tone down some of these brighter colors, like the dark pink. Like if you like it, you could do 1 or 2 layers of this with 1 layer of this. It will kind of tone down that color a little bit. Another option is Bombshell, which will kind of, Cappuccino gives it more of a tone down with brown, and this is going to tone it down with pink. I can swatch this one. So this is going to, both of these are shimmery. That's actually one thing I forgot to cover, but I think most of these, pretty much all of the ones that I've covered so far, dark pink and roseberry are both going to be matte, but pretty much all of the other ones, besides the ones that I said were actually matte, are pretty frosty. Both of these have, you can see they're very sheer, so it's really not going to change your actual lip color very much, but they are shimmery. So like I said, this is great. Sometimes I'll do like one layer of cappuccino, one of the brighter pinks, and then another layer of cappuccino, and it'll take that dark color but kind of tone it down, and also add shimmer. Now the third option, this is one of their new seasonal colors. I don't know actually if they're going to keep this on. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't, because I think there is kind of a need for it. This is Icicle. This is completely clear. So this is not going to offer you any type of color. It's really not even going to look like a gloss. This is strictly for layering purposes. So if you like those, if you like just how one layer of your color looks, or how two layers of your color looks, this is what you're going to want to purchase. Because Bombshell and Cappuccino will actually alter the color a little bit, slightly, where this is just going to keep your color the same, but still offer you the 3-coat protection for your color. These are not open, so I'm not going to swatch them. This color is called Peace Pink. I'm just going to hold it up behind a piece of paper because I want you to be able to see like the true color. So this one's also kind of like a purpley mauve. It definitely looks more purple in person than it does in here. And I'll show you kind of compared to Praline Rose, which is kind of a brownish purple. So you can see it's definitely a lot more purple. Peace Pink. This is Heartbreaker. Similar to Kiss Me Katie and Aussie Rose. So it's like kind of just a dark coral color. These are kind of our corals. So this is Kiss Me Katie, which I showed before. And then this one is Love It. And then that end one is Heartbreaker. So I would say those are kind of our corally orange colors. This one's definitely the lightest, and it has that frost overtone to it. And then Love It's slightly darker, and Heartbreaker, I showed you a picture of, is pretty bright. These are our very bright colors. This is Kiss for a Cause, Fuchsia, and Kathy's Kisses. So if you want like a loud, bright pink, I think that color is so pretty. But again, not for everyone, but it is really pretty. So I'll show you what Fuchsia looks like in the tube. So this is going to be a more matte color. This is Kathy's Kisses, a little bit more toned down. And then Kiss for a Cause is super bright. Super bright. If you like kind of a purpley, like that Peace Pink color, this is Peace Pink, and this is called Violet. So it's kind of more purple, but a light purple, definitely not dark. So I'll show you what a dark purple would be. We've got Be Ruby, which is kind of more ruby toned. And then Purple Rain, which is actually really popular, bright purple. Let's see if I can, that's kind of looking more pink, but it's definitely purple. And then Lexi Berry. Lexi Berry I actually have opened. Lexi Berry is kind of a more purpley brown, or browny purple, I guess I should say. I love to wear these ones going out, or wear these at a boutique. They're nice because if you want to wear this every day, you can, because it's not going anywhere. That's Lexi Berry right there. So you know what? I actually forgot to cover this lighter one. This is actually, I think, our lightest, most pigmented color. It's also a matte Bravo. So this is, if you like the look of, this is going to lighten your lips. So it's one of those matte colors which is going to cover your natural lip color, not use your natural lip color in the color, if that makes sense. So you can see it's super light, but it's super pretty. So that's Bravo. If you are looking for an actual red holiday color, let me just cover those really quick. There's a ton of reds. So usually there's ones that you can get matched to if you have like a red from another company. Blue Red I actually have open. Let me swatch that one real quick. Blue Red is our brightest red. Blue undertone, obviously, since it's called Blue Red, but it is bright. There's not gonna be, this is not a subtle red at all. That's just one coat. So it's also very highly pigmented, but it is a true blue red. I'm just gonna do 2 coats because our next one is Plumeria. This is more of a pinky red. I'd say it's similar to Roseberry, but brighter. I'm running out of space. I'm like drawing on my wrist bone. Don't mind my super loud, obnoxious dryer that doesn't let me turn off that horn. Okay, so this is another really bright. This is more pink. So if you're someone who can't wear a true red, like me, this more pinky red is gonna be what you're looking for. Fly Girl is probably our most popular red. Okay, this is Fly Girl. I'll actually show you compared. So this is kind of a deeper red, not so much a bright red. So burn that image into your mind while I find blue red and show you the difference. And this album that I'm pulling from is on my Facebook page. So if you haven't looked through, I just wanted to show you what it is. Okay, so you can see this one is definitely brighter. It looks coral in here, but I wouldn't say it's coral. I'd say it's a very true bright red. Okay, so this is Cranberry. Again, bright. This doesn't have as much of that. So Cranberry, this is Fly Girl, that deeper red. This is blue red. You can see how bright it is in the tube. And then this is Cranberry. And then we have Coral Reef, which is more corally, obviously, and definitely more toned down, but still red. So if you don't really feel like you could pull off those like super bright, deep reds, Coral Reef is a good one. If you're looking for more of like an everyday red, I would maybe say Caramel Apple. It's kind of like a pinky color with a little bit of brown to it. And it definitely has frost as well. This is Sheer Berry. It looks so brown in the tube, but it is not. So you can see it's berry. If you need help choosing a color, let me know kind of what you're looking for, and I can send you pictures of what it looks like in the tube, what it looks like on all types of people, so that you can get a pretty good idea of what it looks like on you. And hopefully I gave you a good enough breakdown of what these kind of colors look like in person, so that you can kind of see, you can kind of get a good up close and personal view. The best I can do online without you shopping in person. But like I said, these do come with a money back guarantee, so if you get them in person and you change your mind, the color's not what you thought it was, we can exchange it. Have a good week. See ya.